this year, we are finding the nooks and crannies of history right here in our region. And tonight, we're celebrating the living history that is being carved and woven on a daily basis at a very unique and beloved place.
Welcome to the broom shop. Come on in.
Nancy Lewis began working at Sauder Village out of necessity.
So this one's the foot treadle. My husband became legally blind, so then I needed to get a job.
But what she found was her gift.
So brooms and me clicked. The first broom I made, they said it was good enough to sell. And so a month later, they asked if I'd come work in the broom shop.
And 30 years later,
we have about, 20 brooms.
Here she is, still sweeping a little love into each of her creations.
And that's what makes them really special, because when you stitch it by hand, you can get it nice and tight. Yeah, these should last you over 10 years.
Nancy is one of hundreds of faces that greet you in this nook of Archbold, Ohio, taking you back to when life was simpler.
This device I'm sitting on is called a schnitzel block, and I've always loved woodworking, so for about 40 years now, and always worked with modern tools. Yeah, that was the biggest transition, used to measuring everything. I don't do that in here.
Master Cooper John Law has been sanding and carving here for 4 years.
The Cooper actually builds an open stave container, or a straight-sided container. We did a lot of buckets and butter churns, pig and bucket, water pitchers, sugar buckets, pretty much anything the homesteader needed to help to run their household.
They were things that were made by people in their homes. But they also had this wonderful artistic quality.
Andy Erbscorn is the Director of Marketing and Development at Sauder Village, one of the stops in the folk art category on the America 250 Ohio Creativity Trail.
That most of us read history and it's a little boring. But when you can actually step into these buildings and you can smell the buildings, you can smell the past, you can watch them at work, you can touch, and experience and engage in conversations. That really brings history to life.
When America celebrates its 250th next year, Sauder Village will celebrate its 50th anniversary. And what started as 80 acres and the historic village has grown to include this 1920s Main Street and so much more.
We added the bakery, we added the barn restaurant, we added Founders Hall, which was our big venue space, we added the campground and the inn.
156 acres of living history to be exact, and visitors of all ages are charmed by this delightful dive back in time.
I think most people who come in go, oh my gosh, I didn't know there was so much here. I only planned 4 hours. I could spend here, several days.
In Archbold, Sasha Bray, 13 Action News.